Welcome to GleanQuote. As soon as you load the software, you're going to see the Help Center with Quick Start tasks. These can help you with anything from creating your first proposal, importing new accounts or adding accounts manually and contacts, or filling out your company profile or user information to use as variables in the proposals. During the tutorials, we're going to focus on how to use the menus to get to the same places that the Quick Start guide takes you to. So today we're going to start with proposals. Click on the proposal screen and proposals underneath it there, and then the orange button that says new proposal. The first thing it's going to do is ask you which account is going to be associated with this proposal. Now you can have as many templates as you want, which will have generic information and variables in them. Selecting an account does two things. It pulls variables that you've set up in the proposal directly from the account or contact associated with it. The second thing is the contact email addresses would be located in there, and that's who you're going to be sending the proposal to and asking for a signature and payment when this is done. So for today's example, we're going to use the sample account that we have in the system, and we're going to select the servants agency template. Standard price list, we'll go into that a little bit more later, and just use test proposal as the name and create the proposal. The proposal then loads in builder mode. Now this is done for a couple different reasons. Number one is if you're starting with a more generic proposal template, you may need to edit some verbiage, legal documentation in here, but there's a couple things you would absolutely need to manage specific to this customer. One would be a quote table. If you do have a quote table, which is something that GleanQuote offers exclusively, the quote table allows you to manage products, which we go over in the product and pricing management video. But you can manage a full database of products and pull it directly in through the quoting module. Let's go into edit here. I have a few set up already, but let's just make some changes so that you can see. Let's change that to 2. Let's add a line item discount of this one for $10, and this one is a percentage, and that's 20%. So you can modify it to make it very specific to this quote and this proposal. You're not limited on space here, so this could be as many pages as you need it to be to explain your product or service and any exclusions or inclusions that you need to apply there. You can include line item discounts like I was just doing. You can include an additional discount or an overall discount for the entire proposal. Let's turn that off because it's redundant. You can include tax fields as well as shipping fields. And then whether it's a product or service proposal, you can make it hours or quantity would be the unit. So once that's done, the next thing you're going to want to edit with each proposal specifically would be the signature field. Again, that's draggable from over here, and the signature field simply tells the system which user is this coming from and which contact within the account is it going to go to. Once that's done, click Save. You want to preview it just to make sure everything looks okay, and you can preview it in desktop mode, different tablet and cell phone modes, just to make sure it's going to look okay. And once verify everything looks good, click Send. Before we jump into sending the proposal, let's go ahead and save it and click Exit. And that takes us into the proposal list view. The list view is just a list of all the proposals, whether they've been sent or not, and if they haven't been sent, they will show up as drafts. And you can click there to get a proposal overview. So if you had a bunch in the system, you'd be able to see if this is the right one that you were ready to edit. There's a couple other things you can do here. Let's say I wanted to duplicate this and create a few different proposals with slightly different changes to them, different pricing, different products. I can do that from here, and it creates a complete duplicate. The other thing I can do is get a PDF. Now when you send the proposal, it's actually going to send it as an HTML proposal to be signed. If you want to send someone or review the proposal in its final format, you can go here to get a PDF and print it or send it to someone that way. Or you can click Edit to go back into the proposal where we were. Let's do that now. And we'll jump into the send mode. Click Send. and that pulls up the send box. So there's a couple things you can do before you actually click send proposal. Number one is give the proposal an expiration date. How long is this good for? That will notify your customer when it's sent, as well as through the reminders how long they have before it expires. We went ahead and set that for 30 days. And then how often are we reminding ourselves and the customer to sign the proposal? Let's say every 7 days. Now that will send a notification in GleanQuote if you're logged in, but also through email to you as well as to the customer, anybody that's on the recipient list. Now, if you notice at the top here, it does have, I have myself set up as both so that I can see it, but it has all users, including the sender, will get a copy of the proposal as well, so they know it's been sent. What is going to be the subject line of your email, and in addition to the message that we send automatically to the customer that tells them the expiration date and what is in the email with the proposal, you can add an additional message. John, here is the proposal we discussed. And then click send. That takes you back to the proposal list view. We can see that the proposal has been sent. It's no longer in draft mode. The date it was created, date modified, and date sent. Let's go check the email box to see if it arrived, and it did. So here's how simple it is to sign the document. Click the big orange button that says sign. It allows your customer to jump between pages if need be. Okay, scroll through them, read through the entire proposal, and when they're ready, we've only put one signature field in here, but you can have them on each page if you want to make sure they viewed each page. We only put one at the end. They click next, sign here, type in your full name, and then it allows them to choose a font that represents their signature. Let's go with this one. Looks good. And then when we're finished, click finish. Get a nice big green check mark that says the proposal's been finished. So from there we can actually go directly into the activity. And see what's been happening with the proposal. It shows when it was created, sent, viewed, and signed by the customer. So we're still waiting on one more signature, which was from the user. So let's go ahead and sign that now. And if you'll notice in my other email, it gives me updates every step of the way. So I actually see, since I'm the user, I see when the proposal was sent, when it was viewed by the customer, and when it was completed. So all I need to do is load that. Since I required a signature from the user as well, go ahead and follow the same process. Sign on the other side. This is going to look odd, having my name on both sides. And accept and sign and finish there. That's done, so let's go back into refresh the history here. And now you'll see immediately that it says completed. And if you did need to view the activity, you could go in here and see when each user had signed the proposal. So last thing, a couple more things to just note. Once the proposal has been sent, and you go back into here again, if you notice, the edit button has been replaced by a view button, because once the proposal's been sent to your customer, it can no longer be edited since it's a legally binding document. The other thing is, if you do need to get a PDF of the completed proposal now showing the signatures, you can do that as well from here. Just click Get PDF, and that loads up the proposal. with the signatures on the bottom. So you can print it, save it for your records, or do whatever you need to do at that point in time. So that's how to create, send, and sign your first proposal in GleanQuote, guys. Make sure you watch the other videos and go through the Quick Start guide as far as creating accounts and contacts in the system, importing them from your CRM or a CSV file, as well as using variables in your company profile. And make sure you check out the proposal template builder, which goes into a lot more depth on how to use the drag and drop builder to create more professional looking templates and designs. Thanks and have a great day, guys.